Okay, so today I'm going to be doing a video on how to correct your form on the front squat. This is going to be beneficial to anyone who would like to incorporate some more Olympic type lifts into their training program, because the front squat is going to be the end or the catch position on some of the movements such as the clean. So this will be a great informative video. Quit, I never heard of that. Be looking for some more consistent videos. I'm going to try to put out at least 2 videos a week. And thanks for all the support and all of the views. Like, comment, share, subscribe, all that. I'm back. Since I am only demonstrating and trying to get the form correct, I will not be using any weight on the bar. And this is a standard 45-pound bar. And let's see what we got. All right. Alright guys, so actually my buddy and fellow personal trainer, he's going to be the one that's coming in here today and critiquing my form on the front squat. He's been training for several years and he just has a good understanding of the biomechanics and everything of the body. So he's going to be the one coming in today critiquing me. I appreciate his time. So you guys, here, registered dietitian. He's going to be helping me do my form on the front squat. So why do you think that the front squat is important for athletes?
Hey Olivia, great question. I think that the front squat is important for athletes, and there's many reasons. Number one, first and foremost, is that the front squat is a position that's used in Olympic lifting. It's used in the clean, and so when you do this movement, you're also reinforcing the ability to do Olympic lifts. And Olympic lifts translate great to athletics because it's a power exercise. Front squats are great because they're a safe exercise. Because the weight is loaded on the front, on the collarbone, if an athlete is lifting too heavy or they get fatigued, it's easy to bail out by dropping the bar and stepping out of the squat is very important. I believe this is a very good diagnostic exercise because it'll show a lot of gaps where your training is. For example, if you have an upper back kyphosis, you're going to be rounding your back and not able to get that good position with the front squat. It's going to challenge your wrist mobility as well as everything, your legs, lower body, and it's also a very good core exercise.
All right. Thanks a lot, Tony. Now we're going to get into the clips of me doing the front squat.
Make sure that you're gripping a little bit wider than your shoulders out there. Okay. And push your elbows up and push your collarbone up against the bar. Okay, so that looks good. Now keep your elbows drived up and your back straight. Go ahead and unrack the bar by standing up and stepping back. Now your feet are not going to be as wide as like a powerlifting back squat. It's going to be about shoulder width or a little bit out with your toes turned just slightly outward, just slightly, about 10 degrees each way. Then keeping your chest up and everything tight, go ahead and squat down. Making sure, good, and then back up. Making sure your knees travel over the toe line. Good. In other words, your knees aren't buckling in, and they're not. Driving those elbows up, because as you go down, sometimes your low back wants to drop the bar. You're not doing that. Everything looks good. And you'll be able to get maybe another finger on the bar as your wrist mobility improves. And then you'll rack it. Good to go. So first, Olivia here is going to demonstrate the back squat. We're going to talk about some differences between the back and the front squat. So first and foremost, obviously the back squat is on your back. You can either do a wider or narrower grip. Usually you want to keep it a little narrower here. Olivia is doing just fine. If you have some shoulder immobility, people normally grab out a little further, but that keeps everything tight and up against the traps here. That looks real good. Olivia is doing a high bar squat position, as you can see it up here on the traps. If it was low bar, it'd be just a little bit lower above the shoulders here. Typically people can squat more with a low bar position. Actually, this high bar squat, go and step out, Olivia. This high bar squat is a good kind of fusion for the benefits between a front squat and a low bar squat. So typically with this position, feet are going to be about 100% of shoulder width or a little bit further out, maybe 120%, and toes are just going to be slightly out, just like they are here. She wants to keep her back mostly straight. She will bend at the hip some and go on down and then back up. That looks real good. Olivia, you can actually tuck your chin down a little bit if you want. You don't have to keep your head cranked up, but go with what feels natural for natural spine alignment there. And you can see here, she's squatting up and down. The majority of the work is going to be on the legs, the quads, and the hips, while she is using her core, her lower back, to stabilize there as well. So that's between the back and the front squat. Olivia, if you're not too tired, we can go ahead and transition right into that.
I don't get tired.
Olivia, don't get tired. So the front squat is different, obviously, because of the bar placement, and therefore the what's the word I'm looking for here? Center of gravity is going to be different. It's going to be more in line from her shoulders going down there. And this movement, typically people cannot do as much weight with as they could maximally back squat if they trained both lifts equally. The reason for this is that the upper back and the core becomes kind of a limiting factor here. You guys will notice after you start doing a lot of front squats is it really will even challenge your abs, and your upper back is going to be sore as well too. So we have some smaller muscle groups that become a limiting or a bottlenecking factor in this. But you know, natural athletes can still squat 400 plus pounds in a front squat. So don't take that to mean anything too much like a front squat is a wimpy move or anything. As a matter of fact, most people find this move a bit more uncomfortable because it is more challenging of an exercise. So go ahead and put that bar up against her neck, kind of resting on the deltoids there. And now she's using her upper back to keep it balanced. She's using her abs. And you can see here as she goes down that she has less of a back bend because you cannot tip forward and use the hips as much. Go ahead and come on down, Olivia. In the back squat, see how straight her back is staying? This is because the bar will dump off of her if she lets it come, if she leans forward too much. So that's the biggest difference, and therefore the quads have to work harder in this exercise. So which one is better for you? I mean, they're all great for you. It really just depends on your goals and what you're trying to work toward. But if your goals are just to get strong, big and strong and build a lot of muscle, just like with all kinds of bodybuilding and weightlifting, is include lots of variety, include things that keep you interested in lifting, and just make sure you're progressing. But if your goals are just to get strong, big and strong and build a lot of muscle, just like with all kinds of bodybuilding and weightlifting, is include lots of variety, include things that keep you interested in lifting, and just make sure you're progressing. And using a good coach like Olivia help you out if you need it.
All right, what's Quit Aesthetics? Hey, great explanation. I hope this helped you guys out a lot. Stay tuned. More videos coming soon.